Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, grateful for the experiences I had last week, and looking forward to the experiences I'm having this coming week. Last week, towards the end of the week, Lori and I were able to get back in town in time to attend a funeral of my Uncle Spence. He was married to my mom's sister, and it's interesting, isn't it, how when you go to a funeral, you learn more about that person here he is, an uncle of mine, and I learned so much about him in that funeral that it made me sad that I was not able to learn more from him while he was alive. You know, we look at families very much like this direction. Me, my parents, my grandparents, my children, my grandchildren, very vertical. But the reality, the strength of a family isn't just the vertical strength, it's the horizontal strength. My siblings, their spouses and families, my cousins and their families. Imagine if you could appropriately capture all of that wisdom from the learning and then be able to use it individually for each member of the family, how wealthy our family treasuries would actually be. You know, one of the things I learned about my Uncle Spence that I had no idea about was that he actually hitchhiked from the United States to Israel. He wanted to go to Israel and follow the path of Christ and be able to see Jerusalem and some of these great historical sites. And he actually hitchhiked. And long story, because he was in the military, and so he was able to get airplane rides if they had space. And they crash landed in one occasion. They went by bus, by taxi, you name it. But they did it. And he lived life. And I was so enthralled by what he was able to accomplish. Life is not a sprint. It's not even a marathon. Life is a relay. And in that relay, that time that we have together where we are learning and gathering wisdom and then pass the baton on to the next generation. Because we do not cross the finish line at the same time. Families just don't do that. Families are forever. They're continuous. It's a continuum that goes on. So how can we enjoy every moment? You know, we're exactly 3/4 of the way through this year right now. There's 12 more weeks of Meaningful Mondays for 2014. I can't believe it's passed. Let me rephrase it. I can't believe everything that we've accomplished in just 12 months. I almost said the wrong thing. But let's look at this next 90 days. How will you make this next 90 days meaningful? A challenge to you. I want you to think in terms of the quadrants, but break it down the way we present it to kids. We break it down into 4 areas. The one area, which is the core, which is about family, health, our core values and well-being and heritage. That area is all about, we call that how we live. The next one, what we call experience, is how we learn. We learn from our experiences, our education, the things that we do together. So live, learn. The third one down here is about giving. And so this is how we give. So that, or how we share. So live, learn, give, and then earn. So looking at it from your side, it would be like this: live, learn, give, earn. I believe, unless I'm turned around backwards I don't know how the video works. But anyway, the northwest is live, the northeast is learn, the southeast is give, and the southwest is earn. And think about those 4 areas and picture some small achievement. It can be a major achievement, but picture some achievement that you're going to accomplish over the next 90 days. Take the time to do that, and we'll announce it I'll announce mine. I'm going to look at the next 90 days. I'm going to ask myself, if I was sitting here 90 days from today, looking back to today, what has to have happened in my area of family, health, and well-being, how I live? What has to happen in terms of my experiences, how I learn? What experiences do I want to have between now and the end of the year? What's going to happen in terms of how I give, the contributions that I make? How can I give during this period of time and make a difference in that area? And then 4th area is then, how can I add value to to the earnings that I have, to the way that I make a living or our family makes a living? What can I do to strengthen that particular area? Will you do that with me? I'll check in with you next week. Feel free to text me or email me, lee@leebrower.com, and let me know what your 4 things are. If you really are committed to it, announce it. Send it to me. If you send it to me, I will follow up with you each week individually. So you'll get a text from me each week saying, how are you doing in this particular area? Now, I just made that commitment on the spur of the moment, so I hope I'm able to live up to it. But I'll do my very best, okay? And I will announce to you what my 4 things are for next week. Have a meaningful week this week. Live every second. Live every second. And I'll talk to you next Monday. Bye-bye.